So depending on when you're watching this, we're either leading up to or have just gone through the possibly hottest contested election ever. So today I'm going to talk about, depending on who wins, the number one trends and sectors you want to be keeping an eye on. Hey everyone, lead trainer with StocksToTrade, Tim Bohen here. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share these videos with your friends. I mean, it's 2020, maybe early 2021 when you're watching this. Wildest market ever. There's never been more opportunity, never been bigger moves, multi-day moves. I mean, we see it every day. There's more and more traders, more and more volume. I've been in this for 15 years. And I think back to when I got started in 2007 financial crisis, there were moves, but nothing like 2020. Last time it was close to this volatile was 2007, 2008 financial crisis. Doesn't even compare. So share these videos with your friends if they're interested in trading. We put out a ton of great stuff, and we really want to give you the tools and the techniques and the tips and the tricks to shortcut your path to success, to get you to that point where you got the knowledge and you can start making real money. Then, once you're ready to take that next step, check out the StocksToTrade team. That's where I go really in depth. This is YouTube. I love YouTube. I watch more YouTube than anything, way more than TV. Love the educational content, but most people have pretty short attention spans, so I like to go fast. The great thing about the StocksToTrade team, 45-minute, 1-hour webinars, twice a day. We slow things down. We really get in depth. I answer every single question twice a day. You're never more than a couple hours from a webinar. Check out the StocksToTrade team. All right, so I'm obviously recording this before the election. So these are ideas that even if it is just after the election or even into the spring, trends that I want you to keep an eye on depending on which candidate is elected. Okay, I'm not picking sides here. I'm giving you possibilities for both sides. So let's start with Biden. If Biden wins, you know there's going to be an initiative for clean energy. He said it on the debates. He said he's, really looking to ramp up the speed of replacing oil and gas. A lot of the Democratic Party is very, like AOC and the Green New Deal. We know there's a high concentration on green energy. And, the simple fact is solar stocks have been some of the best runners through the years. I mean, even, before a Democrat president that has that on his agenda, solars have ran, in the last few years, 3 or 4 times. Everyone's going to go to that clean energy, whether it be the wind, whether it be the solars, they're going to rush in. That's going to create opportunity. And, I think about some of the recent runner, even just recently is this month, you've got stuff like FSLR. You can see the stock has gone, this year, gone from 28 to 100. I'm just thinking of some solar stocks that I know have been volatile. SPWR was down in the 4s this spring, hit almost 20. Again, I'm recording in the fall, but that's a 5 times move on some of these solar stocks. So definitely going to be a big mover. Now, next thing I'm going to talk about, a little bit of safer investment, but I know at StocksToTrade, we try and appeal to everybody. I mean, I know I talk a lot about these wild 1,000% runners, but that's not for everyone. A lot of times, maybe you're busy, but you're still looking to grow your account and and maybe even invest for retirement. And that would be municipal bonds. Okay, not exactly a sexy biotech or a cloud computing or social media stock, but we know that in theory. Now again, I'm always careful with the political stuff because I can see the comments, but I'm basing these opinions off of things the candidates have said. Biden has said he's looking to raise taxes. Taxes go up, you got the flight to safety. People start looking for safer investments that are tax sheltered, and municipal bonds are those. Not going to double your account, but if that investment is growing over time and you're not getting hit on the taxes like you are with day trading, you're paying the capital gains rate. So it's definitely a way to safely grow your money, especially if taxes go up. Last thing is, I see, in my opinion, I see way more large cap stocks being the big mover. I think that, again, if Biden's elected, I could see maybe a little bit of momentum coming out of the penny stocks, maybe more regulation. We've seen, back during the Obama administration, the pump and dump, the air quotes pump and dump, kind of died. We haven't had, post 2016, that traditional pump and dump kind of went away because a lot of regulations came on. And again, don't yell at me if I'm not picking sides here. I'm just breaking it down. But we saw a lot of regulation happen during the Obama administration, and it really weighed down on the true pump and dumps that we used to love to buy early and then short when they ultimately failed. That's gone away. A lot of the OTC stocks have slowed down because of a lot of regulations. So that would be one of the biggest things I would want you to be thinking about, is looking at those higher priced, larger cap stocks. Not as exciting, not as big a mover, but we've seen some decent multi-day, multi-week runs, and I could definitely see that being a trend. All right, now let's talk about what if Trump wins. What are we looking at? So we know, well, again, we don't know. I'm just basing this based on the comments. We know that there's been a lot of talk of, increasing spending in defense, police, a lot of military, a lot of that stuff, and I could definitely see that being a trend, especially for some, longer term swing trade type ideas. You look at stuff like Lockheed Martin. This stock is, if I go to a 5-year, steadily uptrending. I could see stuff like Lockheed Martin catching a bid, maybe even breaking all-time highs. What was the other one? Raytheon. Look at this stock. I could look at this cratered, going back earlier this year into the coronavirus shutdown. Raytheon destroyed, sitting on 52-week lows here. I could see these stocks really trending back if we get that defense spending that pops up. Traditional oil and gas. Again, Trump has said, and it's kind of the Republican Party's standpoint, drill, baby, drill. And I think that, look at stocks like ExxonMobil on multi-year lows. This is a 5-year chart of Exxon. Once we get a much more oil-friendly administration, again, assuming Trump's reelected, maybe assuming the Republicans hold the House, hold the Senate, I think you're going to see drill, baby, drill, and you're going to see a lot of these oil stocks. And the other thing, energy stocks are always attractive to day traders. Much like I talked about the alternative energy stocks with the Biden win, the solars, the winds, oil stocks, oil exploration stocks, oil and gas stocks have been a trend that has been killer for day trades through the years. They run as a group. They put in multi-day moves, put in all-day moves. They make, they double in a day, triple in a day, put in the exact type of moves. So that would be the flip side. If you're not buying solars under a Biden, then you're hitting oil under Trump. And then the last thing is, I think that the penny stocks, I think that like it or not, you will see reduced regulation in the markets. I think that a Trump presidency has been very bullish for the stock market. You look back to 2016, right here, early 2016 on the SPY, and look at that trend. Now, obviously, we don't go straight up forever. This big pullback was the coronavirus, but here we are with, in the middle of a global pandemic, going into one of the most uncertain elections of all time, maybe hotly contested. Who knows what could happen? We've got nonstop stimulus. The stimulus is on, the stimulus is off. We've got trade wars with China. We've got, conspiracies and, all of these things going on. And here we are on the SPY, just 20, 30, 25 points from all-time highs. And just that trend has been straight up since the election in 2016. And I expect it to continue. And that less regulation creates wilder moves, and we're not here to make a moral judgment on these, but as a day trader, as a short-term trader, you profit from volatility. The more volatility, the better. The less regulation, the more likely you're going to get I think about an SPI, which is a solar stock. I mean, let me jump to that 1 year chart on SPI just recently, just a couple weeks ago. I mean, this stock went from $1 to 50 in a day. Okay. I don't think that happens with more regulation. It's the wild, wild west in penny stocks. And I think a Trump presidency is favorable to that. So, all right, everyone. Again, I'm not going to pick a side. I don't talk politics on these videos. I want you to learn how to trade. I want you to learn how to spot opportunities. So be ready. Cast your vote, by the way. If you catch this video before the election, be sure to vote. Exercise your right. Whatever side you choose, whichever candidate you choose, I respect your decision, but exercise your right as an American and cast that vote. And be sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and check out the StocksToTrade team. I look forward to working with you every single day, twice a day in the webinars. In 4.5 years, I've done, I think I just broke 2,400 webinars, all archived. You can search for all of them. We link to them. There's a lot of great lessons that we go over, and there's a ton of material in the archive to really get you up to speed. Thanks a lot, everyone, and we'll see you next time.